Hello. Happy Wednesday. This is our second day of the revival. And today we're talking about spiritual roles. I want to make sure that I talk based it on the roles of the Spirit. Now we know that if you go to church, you hear that saying, "Oh, I got a calling to be a minister," or "I got a calling to be in the missionary," "Oh, I got a calling to do this or that." Let's be honest about that. Once you understand about God in general, and you accepted Him in your life, and want to walk the walk, you're not going to think about everything else. You'll be thinking, what is my spiritual role? And you will pick it up as you are doing your homework. And your homework is in many, many areas. And you will get your answers of what your job is supposed to do here on earth. But pretending or assuming is not the right way. And I know that for a fact, because I grew up in a church. So I saw fake and real. And you can say, how do you know it's fake and how do you know it's real? A real one, once they study, they memorize it automatically. And won't have to go back on it because they already know it. I knew a fake minister and I knew a real one. I won't call out no names. I'll just say he was a young man who did not want to be a minister. He was rebelling. Didn't want to become that. He kept saying, he was getting frustrated. But now, for the many years that he went ahead and walked that walk, it was hard for him because he didn't really want to do it. But he's an honest minister. The one that was fake wouldn't even really, his study was weak. Whereas this one studied all the time. And when he studied, you already knew that he knew what he was talking about. He didn't even need his Bible to go back on his words. He would call out verses and chapters of the Bible without no question. That's why I say you will know if a person, and it's the same goes with a Christian and a spiritualist. Christians, be careful. Don't be insulting people that doesn't go to church. That doesn't mean that they don't know the Lord. That doesn't mean they haven't accepted Christ in their life. That doesn't mean they haven't been walking in the past. Christians expect you to go to church. You can't force that on no one. If they love the Lord and they accepted Christ in their life, I'm happy. I'm happy if I hear that. And you believe in faith and you believe in prayer and you believe in the 10 Commandments. I am good if you believe all of that. And don't feel church is the way. That's fine. Because you can get God's blessing anywhere. It could be in your house. It could be in church. It could be in the park. It could be in a community center. It could be at a restaurant. It could be somewhere outside. That's why I say, don't really force church on people if they don't want that. Church is an opportunity if that's what that person wants. And I'm not against church. It's just not my kind of thing. They wouldn't respect me for me. And I like to be respected. And on top of that, like I already said, I'm not against church. It's just not my thing. I believe that you can get your message through many other ways of the Spirit. We can always do a spiritual group, and we can do something to get our spiritual message across to others, and others can be sharing what they feel of that, and you will be growing at the same time. Then that's when you start really learning what is your title in this world. You're not going to get it immediately. But that's why when I said about the ministers, you can tell one was not really supposed to be called, he was not called to become a minister. He just wanted to go in that path for whatever reason. But he did not know how to take a message and spread it out to the people. He didn't know how to do that. He would choose weak verses. I would really sit there and listen to him, and I say, what is this man saying? Do we even understand what he's saying? I got fed up because every time I knew it was him preaching, I almost missed church because I didn't feel he took the time to meditate and pray over his words, a message for the people. Whereas this one, who didn't even want to be in the ministry, kept seeing a lot of signs to become a minister. Even my family knew he was supposed to be one. That is really tricky. They use us to tell him, hey brother, feel like you might need to become a minister. We told him why. And we said, you just have that type of urge and energy, enthusiasm around people. He didn't understand it. He's like, I don't understand. Why me? But God was calling him, and we can tell that he was. But you see, my background is from a Christian family. And my mother didn't believe you missing church on Sunday. You had to be 18 before you started missing church. And that was the rule of mother's house. And if you wasn't 18, you better not even hear the word missing church. She couldn't argue if you was 18. So as I say, some Christians don't understand different lifestyles, accepting Christ in their life. Wouldn't you prefer someone to accept Christ in their life regardless of what they preference they choose of a lifestyle? I could care less if they know or act that way. Just long as if you are following and accepting Christ in your life, that you are following the Ten Commandments. Now, if you're doing that, I already say you're doing it right. Because God loves us all as one. Once you accepted Christ in your life, you become one. So why do we argue over this? And spiritualists take everything that they have learned through a channel to be successful in whatever they're trying to get across. They use prayer, they use Bible, they use the Bible, they use devotion, they use candles, They use incense. They even use magic. So we criticize them for doing that. That's not necessarily. Christians are not going to do that, but what a Christian probably will do is really lean on prayer and the Bible. But you Christians need to remember learn that Bible. Allow that Bible to help you through this life. There's so much in this Bible that can help you through this life. If you're not depending on it now, you need to start. And don't be insulting someone else about their role in the Spirit. Check yourself before you check someone else. I try to find the words, in the Bible. Like, for example, when you're praying, are you praying with the Bible? Are you using Bible prayers? I'm sure you all know Psalm Psalm 23. And you also probably know Matthew chapter 6 verse 9 to 13. Now if you know, those two are the most popular prayers